Real Estate 411. This is all to the professionals out there just like I am. Negotiating is a skill. It's like no other. It's kind of awkward at first and improves with practice. It's similar to when you got your driver's license when you were 16 years old versus when you started driving at 14 and a half. You get kind of better as time goes on. So negotiating is one of those things. You kind of try it on, use it, and then you can become better by wearing it. So some of the rules that I want to kind of go over about implementing this more effectively. Rule number 1, don't go back and forth between, in my case, a buyer or seller more than twice, because it makes them really crazy and it kind of puts them against each other. And what ends up happening is if they get frustrated, then they're not going to continue the process with you. Number 2, don't let buyers and sellers come to dislike each other. And that kind of leads over from rule number 1. At the point where they don't like each other, they haven't even met each other. How can they not like each other? But when you're in a negotiating situation, everybody takes things so personally. So try to keep it as non-emotional as you possibly can. Now, this also goes into any industry. Obviously, in my industry, it's real estate. But like with insurance, when you're quoting out people, or if you're in a risk management situation, same concept. You want to make sure you're not going back and forth negotiating your fees too much as well. Now, number 3, stay focused on the goal of completing the process. What is the big picture? Knowing and understanding that, try to stay away from interruptions, other parties' emotions. Emotional just process costs money to everybody. So stay focused on the bigger picture and remind them as well that there's a bigger picture out there that we're working towards. And understand, always stay calm, listen, and empathize. Those are the 3 things that I always have to remind myself because it can be kind of frustrating. Rule number 4, people believe what's in writing. Yes, I know we're very truthful people and what we speak is our word. But having it in writing just kind of seals the deal. So put anything that you have in writing so people can not only understand it and ask questions, but more importantly is that negotiating verbally tends to take away some of the urgency to respond. Rule number 5, when you get a concession or you give something in exchange, always get something back. You need not to always ask for it in return, but kind of put it out there in regards to, well, if I do this, this is what I'm expecting in return. So that way it's a win-win for both parties. Now, it sends a message that this can potentially be a little difficult at times. So you got to kind of do this very, very gracefully. Now, rule number 6, never take the first offer or quickly respond. And that's kind of the negotiating that I always do, because as a seller, when you're negotiating with your largest investment, your home, you can always wait for other buyers to come along. Now, don't string along people too long, but really analyze the whole entire situation before you jump. A lot of people think that they need to respond instantly, and sometimes it shows you're too eager, and sometimes the offer really isn't anything that you would want to take. If you have any questions on negotiating, you can always reach me at realestate411now.com.